Nope.
Even with Jay spinning around in the chair.
Okay.
The Gulf Coast oil spill that occurred from April to September of 2010 released 5 million barrels of oil into the Gulf of Mexico. Since the level of contamination was so extensive, it makes me wonder if it is safe to consume Gulf shrimp. The Food and Drug Administration reopened the waters to fishing that following October and has since deemed it safe to eat shrimp from the Gulf Coast. Shrimp are a part of my normal diet, as they are for many people that live along the Gulf Coast. And unfortunately, they are vulnerable to oil-related contamination because of their inability to filter waste like more complex marine animals. Therefore, it is important to know how the government determines the risk of consuming shrimp harvested from the Gulf. Today, I will present information that I obtained about the safety of shrimp post-oil spill. First, I will explain the physiology of shrimp, then the effects that oil and dispersant contamination have on shrimp, followed by the safety of consumption and the future of shrimp. Shrimp have a less complicated body plan and filtering system, which makes them more susceptible to contamination. They are invertebrate marine animals that belong to the subphylum Crustacea. Being that they are aquatic marine animals, respiration occurs by the movement of their appendages through water. Attached to their appendages are gills that contain blood vessels where gas exchange occurs. Another important bodily function is the excretory system. This system determines how the waste will be removed from the shrimp's body. Excretory organs in crustaceans are paired glands located in the head. This is how the shrimp rid their waste out of their body. A body plan this simple gives us insight to why oil compounds will taint shrimp. Polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons are the most concern when an oil spill has occurred. They can accumulate in the bodies of marine animals and cause illness in humans. PAHs are various aromatic compounds that are found in oil. They are extremely difficult to break down in the environment, and this persistence means that they can accumulate in shrimp's tissues. Gina Solomon from the Huffington Post states that due to their invertebrate nature and less advanced filtering system, shrimp will have more difficulty clearing their systems of dangerous PAHs. So for humans, if we consume shrimp that are tainted with PAHs at certain concentrations, our risk level for getting cancer is increased. The other factor besides the oil that can cause a problem with shrimp safety are the dispersants that we use. Dispersants were used as a measure to disintegrate the oil. They can break down in the environment more easily than PAHs, therefore accumulation in tissues is not a concern. However, they may have an indirect effect by breaking down the oil into smaller components, making it easier for oil-related compounds to accumulate in shrimp. The total effect of the dispersants has yet to be fully understood because the Gulf Coast oil spill was the first time that they were using such large quantities. To ensure consumer confidence in Gulf shrimp, the FDA implemented an additional method to test for dispersant components. The analytical test results will show the extent of contamination from oil. A test is conducted that detects DOSS, which was a major compound of the dispersants used in the Gulf. It was found that shrimp samples show no detectable residue as reported from the NOAA website. From June to September of 2010, 1,700 samples were tested using this method. Additional testing was also conducted at the FDA's Dauphin Island lab and NOAA's Galveston, Texas lab. The test, according to a report from NOAA, actually conclude that shellfish clear their systems of dispersants rather quickly compared to PAHs. Another way the government protects us from consuming seafood from contaminated waters is by closing down the affected area. Two methods are used to determine if an area will be closed down or not. laboratory test is conducted by a panel of experts where a certain marine animal is evaluated in both the raw and cooked forms. In order for the waters to be reopened, 70% of a panel must agree that there is no detectable dispersant or oil odor in each sample. Once the first criteria have been cleared, a chemical test is conducted. Samples will undergo testing for PAHs. If harmful levels of PAHs are found in the samples, the areas from which the samples were collected will remain closed. Although the FDA has reopened most of the water from the Gulf, testing is still expected to continue for quite some time. It is very necessary because, according to Gina Solomon, PAHs will degrade over time. However, the time that it takes for degradation to occur depends on factors such as oceanic conditions and temperature. PAHs are the main concern when an oil spill has occurred. They are considered hazardous to human health, and studies have shown that they are carcinogenic. Shrimp are heavily consumed marine animals along the Gulf Coast, and due to their less advanced filtering system, they will be more susceptible to contamination. The FDA thoroughly tests shrimp for PAH and dispersant compounds to ensure human health and safety. If you want more information about this topic, please visit NOAA.gov or FDA.gov to find out more. Thank you. And here are the areas that were closed to fishing, and this is the area that has been reopened.